We're going to go in 3, 2, 1. Are you starting it? I thought you were starting it.
Oh, am I? All right, we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1. Hi, welcome to TBAT. Thanks for listening to and or watching episode number 55.
Dude, this is the worst intro I've ever heard to anything.
I'm your host, Quinn. I'm pausing for the
thing.
And
I'm
we have a mullet wearing man with me today, Skinny Rick.
Hey everybody, I'm Skinny Rick. All right, dude. This is episode number 47 of Teddybears and Tentacles podcast. Thanks for watching. Before we move forward, be sure and like and subscribe and all that stuff. We got a good bit of stuff to cover today, but how's it going, Sky and Rick?
It's going fine. That was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
Why, dude?
I don't know. I couldn't think of what to say.
Yeah.
Even though you say it every week.
Yeah, I know it, dude. Well, It'll be all right. It'll be all right. The world will keep on
worlding.
I don't want to say worlding. That's exactly right. I don't want to say spinning and offend the flat earthers, and I don't want to say the world will keep flattening and offend all the ballers. But yeah. So we're gonna jump right into it. We got 3 or 4 things to talk about today, and then we're gonna go get lunch because we're hungry.
And we'll talk about our week.
Yeah.
And how I am crippled.
Yeah. Skinny Rick turned 18 and now
my body won't recover the way it used to.
Yeah. So first thing is this whole Trump USPS situation. So with the mail-in ballot voting that he's been kind of adamantly speaking against. One of the things that's popped up is that he is vowing to block the stimulus package until this thing gets figured out. So it's pretty interesting. So the title of this is on Axios, which I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know who that is specifically, but it says Trump vows to block stimulus funding for mail-in voting and USPS. So President Trump on Thursday told Fox Business Maria Bartiromo that Democratic demands to fund mail-in voting and U.S. Postal Service and opening coronavirus stimulus negotiations were a non-starter. So why this matters, Trump directly linked Democrats' desired $3.6 billion for mail-in voting and $25 billion for the USPS to his continued baseless claims that increased mail-in voting will lead to widespread voter fraud. So this is obviously a left-wing website that we're reading this article from. So which it is a little confusing, but we're going to keep reading it just to get the information. Those are just 2 items, but if they don't get those 2 items, this means that you can't have universal mail-in voting because they are not equipped to have it, Trump said. He claimed the 2020 election could lead to the greatest fraud in history, and the president expressed similar feelings during his press briefing on Wednesday. My opinion on this is that if you were alive during the Bush, Al Gore campaign, in the Florida recount situation, I think that no matter what, that's what we're going to end up here if we allow any form of mass mail-in voting, especially exclusively mail-in voting. I mean, I've heard people talking on other podcasts. Somebody was sent a voter registration letter in the mail for their dog. I mean, it's not looking good. I think
we should definitely not let Butters vote.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's not I would not allow that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he just sits around and watches the news more than anybody, so he may actually be a lot more qualified to vote than some of the people out there.
Maybe. We'll see.
I don't know, dude. I just think this is a bad idea. I think the mail-in voting thing is a bad idea. This should be considered the most essential of work other than healthcare professionals at this period of time. If you can have people go into Walmart without social distancing measures, and what I mean by that is without, say them letting like 9 people into the store at a time or something like that, which that's not happening here at least. I think
the limit on the store.
Yeah,
that's happening.
It's not happening. It's not happening where I live.
No, but it's happening out where I work.
I mean, it's happening in smaller places,
like gas stations and stuff. I've been trying to go in.
Yeah, for sure.
Been trying to get my body armor. Yeah. And they be like, "There's 5 people in here. Yeah. You can't come in."
Yeah, smaller businesses is more understandable in that regard, but I'm talking about like Walmart, where you can have, you end up with 300 people in a Walmart, on average, I would imagine. And so, I just think it's a bad idea. I think that, the polls should be open. You should be able to get up and go and vote.
Yeah. I mean, let's be real. If we're going to open bars, maybe we should open up voting too.
Yeah.
So,
well, I don't see how either result of this election doesn't end up in just, a national meltdown from one side of the political spectrum. So, I don't know, dude. We'll see. We'll see, I guess. So, hopefully this thing gets worked out. I mean, it's just super important for us to have this election be an honest one at the end. I mean, we've been in a situation of just such national social and political turmoil for the last 5 years. Mm-hmm. It's just becoming really overwhelming, and I think that a lot of people are short-sighted whenever it comes to political opinion and things that they're posting or people that they're supporting. The difference with Donald Trump than everybody else. And again, like I'm not a Trump guy, the difference is that guy was a businessman, and he's going to leave a businessman and a civilian afterwards, just like he was beforehand. And, these other people have been in the political game, their careers, for the most part. All of them are politicians. That's their career. Mm-hmm. Is winning these elections no matter what. And these are the people that are responsible for things in our country. Joe Biden is, however old Joe Biden is, his political career is
however much it takes to be considered ancient. Yeah, that's how many old he is.
His political career is so long, man. And Joe Biden has had his hands in tons of things, good things, I'm sure, bad things too, though. And I think that people don't consider that in this thing. I mean, we're not dealing with an honest group of people. We're dealing with people who need you to go out to this place and put a check mark by their name so that they can continue to get paid and continue to have a career. It's just not an honest group of people. And I'm not saying that that's what Trump is, but, if you're the type of person that doesn't want our political system anymore or wants it to change, I mean, maybe he's a part of the group, that's been in control for the last 60 years, the Reagans and Bushes and, Obamas and all that. It's the same group. It's the same companies supporting these administrations and these campaigns. And, if that's something that you truly want to get rid of, it's my opinion that Joe Biden ain't it. Joe Biden's not it. And also, I'll go ahead and say that I think that cutting this, there's just too many important things going on right now for me, to say that the transfer of office would be something that would be beneficial at this point. If you think that Jeffrey, If you think Jeffrey Epstein would have ever gotten arrested if Hillary Clinton would have been president, you're crazy. You're crazy. I mean, for the first time ever, we're right on the precipice of figuring out this elite pedophile network, and people are going out and protesting for human trafficking and against child abuse. And I was at one on Sunday. Yeah. I went to one on Sunday, and there was 50, 60, 70 people out there, something like that. But everybody should have been out there. Everybody.
Yeah.
And, I'm just afraid that some of that other important stuff, we're going to lose sight of that in the midst of all this crap that's going on, man. All this political and social divide. I mean, America's supposed to be the melting pot, full of culture and full of diversity. And, it just feels like this whole thing is meant to just divide us. It feels like segregation again, to be honest with you. Like that's the place that it's heading. And it's not I don't know, I just don't like it.
It's evolving.
Like it. Did you hear about Civies downtown?
Oh, what about it?
Civies downtown had a thing to where there was like you had to do a reservation because of social distancing and stuff like that. And whenever you went into the store, you had to pay $20.
Just to be in there?
Yeah, but yeah, you get the $20 back at the end. But if you are a person of color, just say a not white person, the $20 entrance fee is waived. So only white people had to pay $20 to go into Civies. And
what was the point of that?
They kind of got canceled. They got canceled for it.
What was the point of that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Have you ever been into Civies?
Yeah.
It's not that impressive.
No, it's not.
It's like this is what it is. All right. You go in.
Urban Outfitters Exchange desk.
You go in.
Yeah.
And you're in a Goodwill where they just were like, oh, we're just going to mark up the prices. And we're going to say that it's retro. We're going to sell it to you that way. And look, here's a hat that you'll never wear.
Yeah.
But give us $40 for it.
Somebody will wear it around here, that's for sure.
In Savannah, maybe.
Yeah.
You got a hat on your head that looks like a dang quilt, It's made out of 75 different napkins or something.
Yeah. Look, I don't condone the mentality of white people towards different ethnicities at all, man. I grew up in Louisiana. One of the best spots to eat, one of the best restaurants, in the area that I grew up in is at a plantation. You can have your wedding reception there. You can rent the slave houses, to get your bridal party ready and get all their makeup and stuff and all that. You can do that there. That's sure. There right now. Yeah. You can do it. And you'll pay $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 for that wedding probably. It's one of the most beautiful places in the city. I grew up around racism. Yeah. I grew up around racism. Tons of it.
Yeah.
Tons of it. And it just, I don't know, man. I've never condoned that mentality, that perspective, that thought process. But if we're doing social equality, like you can't make white people pay $20 to walk into your Goodwill.
But why?
I don't know.
What was the point of the $20?
It was I don't know.
We don't want you to steal our hats.
Yeah.
So we're going to take $20 just in case.
Shout out to Civies, dude.
But also not shout out from me.
But it's, it's riding a line. That's riding a line, dude. It is.
That doesn't make any sense. Even if everyone had to pay $20, why? That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know, dude.
And you get it back?
Yeah. I don't know if they thought people were stealing stuff, or maybe it was because of the maybe it's because they require you to wear a mask, so they really don't know like who you are or something. But I don't know, dude. Let's go to the next thing.
All of those clothes are so wonky that there's no way you could just walk out with it and no one notice.
Yeah. I challenge people, dude.
You might look like you're going down to the dang disco or something when you leave.
Yeah. Go vote. Everybody go vote. If you're able to, go vote. And if it's mail-in vote, show up at the place where the voting would happen. Is what a bunch of people. Everybody show up to those places and protest that. Protest mail-in. I mean, either side of the fence. If it's leaning on either side of the fence, it doesn't matter to me. That's way too risky of a thing. It just is.
People cheat all the time.
So let's go to the next thing.
Brown.
Yeah. So Ghislaine Maxwell was trying. There's a few just little things. She was trying to basically get a 3-week delay on the unsealing of some of those documents. I have seen that implications of somebody pretty high up there still not released as far as who that person is. But one thing that I have, in the process of this thing have really been waiting on that I have not seen is implications of Donald Trump from her directly. That's interesting. I think
he wished her
well twice. He did it twice.
I really do.
Yeah,
and I really wish her well.
And another interview after that, somebody asked him again, "What's up with that?" And he's like, "I just did. I wish her well." It's like, okay, dude. But yeah, so that request to get those documents, the unsealing of them delayed, has been denied. So yeah, next tab real quick. There's a few different things with her this week. That is okay. So this is the guy, Scott Borgenson.
Do you want to stay down here?
No, you can go. I don't think. It. So this is the guy that they think is Ghislaine Maxwell's husband. So this is Scott Borgenson. This is the New York Times. And I don't care for that much, but this is the article where they have a picture of him. So this is the one we're going to read for a sec. By the time Ghislaine Maxwell was fighting allegations that she had procured underage women to provide sexual services for her ex-boyfriend, Jeffrey Epstein, there was a new man in her life. His name was Scott Borgerson. Miss Maxwell, according to her friend Christopher Mason, described him sometime around 2015 as a Navy SEAL, though he was actually a former Coast Guard officer.
Oh, yeah, dude. That is a big difference, dude.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's a Navy SEAL.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean he's in the Coast
Yeah,
Guard?
you might as well be like, he's in the Marines,
Yeah.
But you say he's Marine Recon, but he's really like a trumpet player. You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
Shout out to trumpet playing Marines.
We actually sometimes work with the Coast Guard.
Yeah.
Cause we don't train with them or anything, but we've had them go out and send boats out to help.
Yeah. Dude, the Coast Guard is cool. Yeah. Shout out to the Coast Guard, but it's not the Navy SEAL. Now, I'd probably say that if you had a Coast Guard person that was,
well, I feel like
I feel like that transition could be made relatively easily.
Navy SEAL is more like, I'm gonna go. We're gonna go in here. We're gonna kill these boys. Yeah. And Coast Guard is more like, we're gonna go in here. We're gonna save these boys.
Yeah, but the water requirements of Navy SEAL, especially like buds and stuff like that, is something that Coast Guard people would be better at than just a normal person. It's a lot of swimming. It's a lot of sitting out in freaking water.
Yeah, hoping a shark doesn't get you.
Yeah, and they're good at that, dude. Shark repellent is what the Coast Guard uses.
Just like Batman.
So, yeah. So this guy, I think the next tab probably, I have him pulled up just so we could have a look. So he is Scott Borgerson. He is a former military officer, is what his Wikipedia said, but we know that he's actually a Coast Guard officer. Scroll down a bit.
I mean, that's the same thing. It's
yeah.
a part of the military.
And
But notice how it says tech CEO.
Well, listen, this is important because
it doesn't say where.
This is I have it pulled up. It's the next time. This is interesting as to what his company actually does, that he's tech CEO of, and that Ghislaine Maxwell would find herself with this particular person. So he's tech CEO of a company called Cargo Metrics and has been tied since last year to Jeffrey Epstein's alleged Madam Ghislaine Maxwell.
Wait a second. No, keep going. I think I might know where this is going.
Yeah. So in August 2019, Maxwell was dating Borgerson and was living at his house in Massachusetts, but the tech CEO denied the report to Business Insider. His name is back in the news after prosecutors allege in court that Maxwell is secretly married but refuses to reveal the name of her spouse. Reporter has suggested it could be Borgerson. Here's everything you should know about Borgerson, his company Cargo Metrics, and the CEO's alleged connections to Maxwell. Scroll down a little bit, and let me see if there's anything good in here. So this is, okay. Go to the next tab, over. Next one. Okay, so this is the Cargo Metrics website, and we'll put this up on the screen, or we'll put a link or something. So they are the world leaders in digital shipping. And if you look at the maps that they have posted right there, this video, it kind of shows their shipping routes and everything. And it looks like they are doing it everywhere, which is pretty interesting that this is the person that Ghislaine Maxwell would find herself dating or married to, potentially, especially considering the fact that she is in the human trafficking business.
Human trafficking.
So let's hit about up there.
It's only for the rich and powerful, and sometimes the random.
So this is they're a bulk freight shipping, thing basically that uses sensors and satellite to, I guess, track more or less the shipping of their containers. So imagine that. Imagine Ghislaine Maxwell is with
they actually
someone
ship,
who's in,
or they it's data stuff.
They ship, and I believe that is also a data thing as well. So bulk freight remains a voice-brokered, inefficient, gut feel business with limited data-driven decision-making. So scroll down.
Here's some
humility,
fancy
respect,
words.
Grit, and authenticity. What's up with grit, dude? What kind of
integrity and teamwork.
So regardless of
the children,
look, click True Freight
Maybe.
Up there.
Who knows? What?
Click True Freight up there.
Yeah. Brown.
Radical department for today's status quo. Crude oil paper market, crude oil physical market. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, it seems like it's a little unclear as to exactly what this company does.
Yeah. So,
I mean, it looks like yes, it is data driven, but I mean, I don't understand what shipping has to do with
global shipping update in near real time. Scalable algorithms track 100,000 plus vessels, and
so they're more or less a tracking company for these huge like crude oil shipments and such.
See.
Yeah.
So they don't ship, they track other people's shipments.
Yeah. Still a very interesting business for someone, for Ghislaine Maxwell to be.
So that would be this. So technology. Number 1 is collect satellite and terrestrial receiver data, vessel data, port data, and more. 2, compute trillions of calculations daily. 3, monetize. Fleet management. Sorry, I'm not paying attention. Monetize. Fleet management, data licensing, indices, and benchmarks, true freight. So the global. Yeah, we can do that, I guess.
All right, we're watching cargo metrics here.
I think it's just their map. I don't think it's an actual video. So it looks like it just tracks.
Very interesting.
Because it says containers, dry bulkers, wet tankers.
Yeah. But, I mean, you know, if you're a person who's, you know, say a human trafficker, that seems like it would be a pretty
neat thing.
Pretty good thing to have, you know? Be able to track where shipments are going and
the global cargo
where they get stuck and such.
Patented system interprets Internet of Things data, processing hundreds of millions of new data points daily, algorithmic methodology, systematic, uncertainty aware, machine learning approach to process and fuse satellite, port and ship data, state-of-the-art architecture, cloud-based distributed compute infrastructure delivers a robust, redundant, and fault-tolerant platform of data processing. I just am not entirely... Well, are you just trying to say you're a fancy ship tracker?
Yeah, I mean, that's what it seems like to me, but yeah. So this is a guy that that she is supposedly married to, which I guess that's not information that we can find out right now, but hopefully we'll learn more of that as it comes out. But yeah. What do we have next? What was the one before that? Yeah. So this is in the National Post. Ghislaine Maxwell says she is being watched by strange prison guards, has to be switched from her cell. So up to this point, they were actually moving her every day, cell to cell. Scroll down a little bit.
Yeah.
According to a report in The Independent, Jeffrey Epstein's jailed ex-girlfriend Ghislaine Maxwell has asked that she be moved from her current cell, claiming that the guards who are watching her don't seem to be regular personnel. Maxwell, 58, has pleaded not guilty to helping the disgrace. Yeah. So this actually, who was it? Either her attorneys or the state attorneys, they had some new guards come in, supposedly just like new employees, and they had them switched off of her. So it's pretty interesting. This is the same kind of stuff with the Jeffrey Epstein stuff, you know. She's trying to get off suicide watch. She's trying to get put in general population. They're moving her around and stuff. And so,
but don't you think that if that's what she wanted to do, she wouldn't say anything about the random guards?
I don't know.
That's the tricky part.
That is the tricky part. So we'll see if she winds up killing herself, you know, moved to a cell where a camera is broken, you know, type deal. But
hey, if that happens, we just need to sue these places for being bad at their jobs. Look, here's the thing, dude. If a construction company screws up building a house, right? Like they repeatedly mess up their houses. They're only good for one thing, and that's building the houses. Yeah. So these facilities that they're being put into, their only job is security, keeping these people locked in and nothing happening to them. So if you continuously fail at that, what are we doing? But you're allowed to stay open.
Yeah, but nobody thinks that the Jeffrey Epstein thing was incompetence.
No.
Everybody thinks he was killed.
But that's
because he
my
was
point,
killed,
is
or he
like-
was not killed. But he's definitely not suicidal. Yeah. Go ahead. Go to the next thing.
How silly, dude.
So this is, I don't know if you saw this or not. Were you a Drake and Josh fan at all?
I was, yes.
So this video came out yesterday on TikTok from one of his ex-girlfriends, basically claiming verbal and physical abuse. This is from Melissa Lingafelt, and you can go ahead and play it if you want. I would mute it probably, but just so you could see.
I think I know what this is.
Yeah, this isn't a.
I literally just muted it.
Yeah, mute it on the laptop.
Oh, it's coming through the laptop.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
This isn't just a random person that's claiming this stuff happened. So she posts like pictures of them together and all this stuff. You know, I guess at this point, I think he has denied these claims, but I don't know, man. Those child stars, in my opinion, go through
A lot of weird stuff.
You know, not even necessarily sexual or anything like that, but you know, there's got to be some. It's got to be a hard place to be in mentally. You're growing up in one of the strangest worlds to grow up in. You're surrounded by adults. You don't get proper schooling. You're idolized by everybody else that's your age and everybody that's younger than you, and it's weird, man. A girl that I went to.
You have to be fake
Yeah.
on camera, which is not in and of itself like. You don't have to be fake as a person, but all you like, what you learn is acting.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So
she just claims that he
was just abusive in their relationship, more or less.
I mean, doesn't that happen?
Yeah.
All the
Sure.
time.
But if not physical abuse, I mean,
Like, it's
if
not
he's
okay.
hitting her and stuff like that.
It's not
I mean,
okay.
No.
It's not. But I'm just confused as to how we keep having this happen where it's like, if someone's if someone's successful, there's going to be a claim. You know, it's like, if we're going to be battling all the celebrities, shouldn't we also be getting like the regular dudes too, who are just getting away with it?
Well, now I don't know the level at which this is.
I mean,
legitimate or not.
This doesn't say sexual abuse; it just says verbal and physical.
Yeah, I never said sexual abuse.
Yeah. No, that's what
Yeah.
I mean. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
is-
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter if he's punching her and stuff like
Yeah.
that. It's here. I don't know. It's a strange target, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying for something that's fake. I mean, like Drake Bell. If you've seen him, pull up Drake Bell. Here's a picture of Drake Bell. Okay, wait, which side do I want it on? And here's Drake Bell.
no,
Here's Drake Bell. I'm messing it up.
it's right
Okay.
there. You got it.
Drake Bell looks like Drake hell, dude. He looks like freaking. Look at him.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like he got jumped by about 4 Oxycontin in the parking lot. I mean,
he doesn't look that bad.
how old is he though?
Oh, probably old. You know. Hold on, I'm just gonna do this.
Age. It like. Look right there, Wikipedia. You just
Yeah, but we don't need
34, dude.
that. Right there.
He looks way older than 34.
He looks older for sure.
Yeah. He looks like he's had a rough time. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, I mean, a strange target. That
For
guy's
sure.
not.
He looks like he's, maybe getting a little bit old.
I don't know, dude. That looks like some drug abuse.
You
in
think
my
this to this? Yeah, probably.
So I don't know, man. And I'm saying that because I'm a drug abuse, but
Yeah.
yeah, in my opinion, it's a strange target for some
Random.
yeah, some
Yeah.
randomness.
I'm not saying it's made up. I'm just saying it's odd to me that we're going to make such a big deal about it when it comes to like anyone who has been successful in you know, basically like famous. But then we don't want to like, you know, talk about how this stuff happens all the time just with normal people. Like,
well, I mean, to be fair, I have witnessed people getting like mass like community canceling. Recently, there was somebody that Callie went to like high school with that, dude, like hundreds of girls from the area that they grew up in just started posting in this Facebook group like DMs and stuff that he was sending them. So I mean, it's you know, it happens. Do you know, do like Drake Bell rehab after that. I'm telling you, dude, watch. All think. Mugshot, dude. Look at that. 2015. Click this. Suspicion of driving under the influence. Go back. Okay. Whatever, dude. Anyway, Drake Bell may or not. I'm gonna have to take this crap out, dude.
What?
Me accusing Drake Bell of being on drugs.
I mean, he could be. Who knows, man?
Yeah, who knows, dude? I mean, he looks like he might be. But, yeah, so I thought that was interesting. Cancel culture continue to move its way through. Again, with all this stuff, if somebody's coming out saying somebody raped them or molested them or beat the crap out of them or whatever, and it's true, those people deserve to face the consequences, man, whatever that looks like. So, yeah. I don't know what that. I don't know about that.
So, anyways,
yeah. What's next? Okay, so this will be the last thing that we talk about. We talked about it a little bit beforehand, but you know, yesterday it was announced that Joe Biden had chosen Kamala Harris to be his running partner as vice president. Interesting choice, in my opinion. If you can go back and watch those debates that were happening whenever she still had a bid in for the actual presidency and the crap that she talked about him, to come back around and choose her to be this VP nominee.
Do you think he really chose her or his people chose her?
Here's the thing, dude. I'm
not convinced the man can think for himself.
This is just what happened. She was in the running.
Yeah.
More or less, it seemed like to try and claim the black vote, which she did not. So there was some controversy kind of surrounding her. She was involved as DA in more or less like making it harder for people who are wrongly convicted of crimes to have their sentences overturned, and some of the other stuff with the drug laws and the things that kind of keep people who get arrested for drug abuse, not necessarily drug distribution, for those people to get not to have harsher sentences, but not to have less sentences. And so we all know that a large population of the people that are in prison in this country are African American, and a lot of it is for drug charges or charges that were nonviolent charges that were drug induced a lot of times. And she just was not able to nail down the black vote. So it's interesting that this is a choice.
Came back.
So again, go out and vote. I mean, I'm not going to tell you who I'm voting for. It's not going to be Joe Biden. It's probably not going to be Trump either. I have to have written in, set in stone that Trump had nothing to do with this Epstein stuff for him to get my vote. My opinion is that if you are a person who cares about the system and the previous abuse of it or the continuing abuse of it, and you feel like it does need to change, this particular ticket is not the one for you. Now, if you are a Trump hater that is shrouded by the thing that I just said, so you're a Trump hater that will make the argument that the system needs to change and this needs to change and this needs to change, vote Biden, man. Do that. Vote Biden. But
do it up.
But just know that the argument,
even though
that argument that
he's a bit crazy,
Trump needs to go for the system to change is not one that you're going to see happen with this ticket.
Everyone, I mean, I just feel like with every election, people are like, "Oh, it needs to be different now."
Yeah.
Like, when is it not going to need to be different? Yeah. I'm not convinced that that's ever going to happen. Yeah. It's just a back and forth. You know?
All I'm saying, though, is that
if the two parties can't figure out how to get along and actually work hand in hand to make things better, instead everyone wants to argue the whole time, like children on a playground fighting over the last swing.
Yeah. I'm just saying these two people are democracy and capitalism as it gets. So that argument just doesn't work here. Just say that you don't like Trump, take that path. So that's it. That's all I have to say about it, dude. I'm not going to judge anybody either way. I understand Trump's a silly guy and bad at presenting things in a way that are non-offensive. I get it.
He's an abrasive person.
I just wish that that's what the thing was right now, was that people would just go ahead and say, hey man, I just don't like him, because there are people out there that pay attention to this stuff and know what they're talking about, and we know when you don't, basically. So that's it. How was your week this week?
I hurt my back.
Doing what?
And, working out.
Shut up, dude. Trying to save some turtles from
No, I was working out. I just we were doing kettlebell swings and they didn't have the weight I usually use, so I stepped it up about 10 pounds. And I thought it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but then it was. And it's nothing that'll I'm sure it'll go away, but it hurts to bend over and pick stuff up. And really, if I'm in any position except perfect posture, it hurts. So if I even lean forward, I lean forward, it's
and you're gonna do some.
That's how I feel.
Your plan is what?
Maybe to do some non-sexual stretching for men.
So yesterday, I told Skinny Rick that he should try yoga, and he was like, "I don't want my spirit to get all stretched, Yeah. So, well, what about some non-sexual? Did I say non-sexual?
Yeah, non-sexual.
Some non-sexual adults stretching for men. And so he's gonna try that out. What else, dude? Anything else?
I've been following that Dead Matter game a little bit.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Looks cool. Looks like what DayZ promised it would be and then wasn't. Looks like a better version of Scum. Looks like it feels similar to Tarkov, minus some of the really painful things where nothing makes sense.
Yeah.
It's similar to Tarkov in the way that it looks similar as a game. The inventory system works similarly where it's a cell system, so items take up certain amounts of cells. But it's not so disorganized and nonsensical that you don't really know what ammo your gun uses.
Yeah. People forget this about Tarkov. Tarkov is a Russian game.
Yeah.
Made by a Russian company with and so signs and all that stuff are in Russian.
Yeah.
and in the game doesn't give you a digital map where you get to like,
you gotta go find
here's
them.
your guy, you're walking this way. Like they give you a paper map with nothing marked on it, which is written in Russian.
Yep.
And
that's
Russia.
That's how the Daisy mod was.
Yeah.
All the street signs were in, I think it was Russian.
Yeah.
It wasn't English.
Well, fix it, change it.
So I don't know. Dead Matter looks like it could be fun. I'm most excited for there's not a building system, so you don't build. One of the things that I didn't like about Daisy was the building and stuff was you built your bases. Like you had to construct them, and they looked kind of garbage. This is, you don't build buildings. You can build fences. You can build generators. You can build all these different things, whatever. But what you do is you claim actual structures in the game. So like all the buildings, I'm pretty sure you can go into.
Yeah.
So you go through and you can actually like go down to like the Burger King or whatever down the street and like board it up and turn it into a base.
Yeah.
Also,
cool.
the zombies have a more they're more likely to form like hordes and stuff with like flocking mechanics. So you can't really, if you get like 50 of them on you, you're in danger, bad danger. The vehicle mechanics look really good from inside of the car. It's not just like a enter exit. It's you can open the door, you can enter, you can turn on the radio, you can start the car, you can like switch to the other seat, you can open the doors while you're sitting there. So what it allows you to do is, as like a passenger or a driver, but basically as a passenger, what you can do is while you're driving, you can open the door and like peek through the little crack and like shoot and stuff while you're driving. And I saw some cool stuff. If you leave your door open and you run into a zombie, it'll like knock the zombie over and the door will close. If you do it backwards though and the hinge goes the other way, it'll rip the door off the car. So then you don't have a car door and zombies can hit you. Cool stuff like that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'll be interested to check it out as it comes out. Unfortunately, most crowdfunded games don't
turn out.
Yeah,
which is why I'm so nervous about this one. It's the most promising game I've seen so far in this genre, but it was set to have early access by this year, and it didn't. So we'll see.
I just wish they would have done a better job on the online Fallout, because that could have been really
76?
cool. Yeah, that could have been dope, dude. But
But instead, we got a bad game.
Yeah. So what's been going on with me is pretty much the same old stuff. Been working a lot. I'm in the process of finishing up a project at home. Basically a little studio there where I'll be putting out some short videos explaining some of the stuff that's been going on that the news isn't really covering that is important. Stuff like the congressional hearing, and that stuff will be really produced and it'll be released like hopefully the day that I do it and all that, and be relevant. And it'll be family friendly, stuff that somebody who's 13, 14 can understand. And so, yeah, that'll be fun. And
send it to your children's,
Yeah, send it to your grandma.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I guess that's pretty much it, dude. I'm really hungry.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to probably be upset if I don't get food.
Yeah.
Like really soon.
Well, let's close it out, dude.
We can close it out.
Why don't you do yours first?
Thank you guys for tuning in. You can follow me on Twitter at TBAT Quinn.
All right. You can follow me on Twitter at TBAT Skindrick, SKINERICK. And I'm better than all the other lifeguards.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank y'all again.
Thank y'all again for watching. And we'll see you guys on the next one.
All right.
Okay, bye.